Hi, welcome. Now I am going to show you how to use array SumIF function and array SumIFs function. Okay, first of all, what is the difference between SumIF function and SumIFs function? Okay, SumIF function has only one if with it, and if that if condition is satisfied, then it will sum the corresponding records. Okay, SumIFs function have multiple ifs, and if all the conditions are true, then only it will sum it up the corresponding record values. Okay, so I will explain to you in detail in this example, and you can see here I have a product category and sales. For each product I have a category and the corresponding sales value. Okay, so for the product Alice Mutton, I have a category old and new, and different sales in different transactions. Okay, similarly I have about 277 transactions. Okay, so what I'm going to do here now is I will show you how to use the SumIF function first, and then using that if function, the simple SumIF, we will move on to array SumIF function. Similarly, later I also show you the simple SumIFs function and move on to array SumIFs function. Okay, so now what is the simple SumIF function that for this particular product? My objective in this table is to get for each product, this is the unique product name from the product list, and I want the total sales for that particular product. For example, here in the first row of this table, I want for Alice Mutton, I want the total sales. So Alice Mutton may have different categories. Irrespective of category, I want the sales. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, so if I add, I will get about see in the status bar 22,459. okay, irrespective of the category. Okay, so the condition, only one condition, wherever the Alice Mutton is there in the transaction record, you just simply add the sales. Okay, so how to do this one? If I want to add some, okay, SumIF, what is the range and criteria? Okay, this range is the range for the criteria. Which criteria you are going to use? For SumIF, you can have only one criteria. Okay, so that's why it come up with a range and criteria. Range is nothing but where do you want to apply the criteria, in which column you want to apply the criteria, and the criteria itself is what you want to do it with the range. Okay, so every condition is split into two. One is where you want to do the condition, and what condition you want to do it, where and what. Okay, or in other words, you can also understand this by left hand side and right hand side of the equation. Left hand side is the product name in the product list, right hand side is the equal to Alice Mutton. Okay, so where do you want to do the thing, and what do you want to do that. Okay, before that, what I want to do is, because we are going to use the ranges here, product range, category range again and again, and sales range, I want to define a name for the ranges. Okay, how to define name for the ranges? Okay, I will show to you. For the product column, select all the products here, all the records, right click, you can see the right click menu, define name. Okay, give a name. I give a name products or product list. Okay, similarly for each column here, category, right click, define name, category list. Okay, then finally the sales, all the sales sales list. Why do we give names? Because it's easier to use it in the, instead of ranges, we easier to use it in the formula, and the formula also more readable form. Okay, now we can do our work. Okay, I will use the simple SumIF function to calculate the Alice method now. Okay, then we will move on to array SumIF. SumIF, the range is where do you want to do the action. It is in the product, because we want to check the Alice method which is in the product list. Okay, if you select this product list, automatically it will bring the name you already defined, or you can straight away type in the name product. See, if you type in, it will list out all those starting with whatever you type in, the functions and predefined names. What we have here is the predefined name, which is in the checked box product list, and then the criteria. What criteria you want to use it, where do you want to do it? In product list. What do you want to do it? It must be equal to Alice method, which is the cell E3 value. And then if this criteria is satisfied, those records, what do you want to do? I want to sum it up. Okay, fine. And you want to sum it up what? I want to sum it up the sales, so the respective sales from the sales list. Okay, close, enter. You have 22,459. that's what the overall 22,459 is the overall sales for Alice mutton. Similarly for the next record, which is aniseed syrup, you can see the only the where you want to do is product list is not changing in both rows, and what you want to sum it up is also sales list is not changing, only the value is changing. Which value is changing? The criteria value is changing. Previously it is in the E3, which is Alice mutton field, now E4, which is aniseed syrup field. Okay, this is the one keep changing. So this is a simple SumIF formula. If this is keep changing, then I want to make this one is the array and give it in one shot to get all the respective total sales for each criteria. Is it possible? Yes, it is. It is possible. Okay, there comes the SumIF array function. Okay, or in other words, use the array SumIF in array format. Okay, array formula. Okay, so this one I'm going to, instead of E3 I'm going to send instead of individual values, I'm going to send the array of criteria list, and I want for each element of the criteria list I want the SumIF to fire. And if SumIF, while firing SumIF for each element, you will get a set of results. Those results I want it in this column. Okay, so that one if you want to do it, then obviously it is not going to be a single cell output, it is going to be a set of cells output, because it is a multi-cell array formula. Okay, so obviously when you send a criteria as a list, then for each element in the criteria also written with the one SumIF. Okay, so it is going to be array of SumIFs values. So how to write? So before that you need to select all the output cells first, because to let you know the Excel that where do you want the all the outputs. Okay, so I selected all, then only the first cell which is highlighted, it's an active cell, I am going to write the array formula. Okay, SumIF, then you say similar, the range is nothing but a product list. Where do you want to do the action? In the product list. Okay, what action you want to do? Now the action is in a array format. Okay, every individual element of these products I want to do the action. This is the criteria list. Previously for a simple SumIF, the criteria is just single value. Now it is the array of value. For every element it will take and do the SumIF. Okay, then what is the sum? What do you want to sum it up? I want to sum it up the corresponding sales, so which is nothing but a sales list. Now you can able to see here that what it is happening is a set of array formula. We are writing it, the output is a set of array formula. Why it becomes set? Because the criteria becomes a set. So every element, in the first time it will take the first element, which is E3 element, which is Alice Mutton, then do the sum wherever the Alice Mutton is available in the product list, then add the corresponding sales. That sum if is over, then it will bring the value here. Then it will going to take a second element, which is aniseed syrup. It is going to compare aniseed syrup wherever this aniseed syrup is available here in the product list. It will add the corresponding sales, and then finally that sum if also going to bring a result that will be in the second row. So it similarly in the continuously in the every single row, every single cell of the output cells. Okay, so okay, now you said what are the output cells you specify to Excel, but you also must tell the Excel you are writing a array formula. Okay, how do you tell the Excel you are writing a array formula? That one is by not just simply enter, you must enter with the control shift. Okay, I'm entering it with the control shift enter. Control shift enter. Now you can see the sales are coming up for every single cell. Okay, this is the total sale for Alice Mutton. This is the total sale for aniseed syrup, irrespective of the category. The category is not considered here. It is all the category values are included. Okay, because the condition is only one condition on product list alone. There is no condition on category. Okay, so this is the SumIF, because only one condition. Okay, so when you write array formula, you can see it is the formula is enclosed by braces. That means you have written a array formula. Let's see what is the overall sum. Which is 428,101. You see what is the overall sales value. You can see it in the status for the sum, 428,101, the same value. Okay, okay, this is the value. Hope you can understand the SumIF and array SumIF. Now we will move it to SumIFs function. Okay, and SumIF and array SumIFs function, SumIFs and array SumIFs function. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to check the SumIFs function. Okay, how to do the SumIFs function? First I will do a simple SumIFs function, then we will move on to array SumIFs function. Okay, what is the main difference here? It is only one criteria. Here is multiple criteria, like I'm going to check the same time the product is Alice Mutton as well as the category is new. Okay, okay, this is the difference. Okay, I'm going to hide this part for time being. Okay, so I'm going to check for a product and the category. The product is repeated here because the product got two categories, new and old. So for every row I'm going to have two conditions, two ifs. That's why it is SumIFs. Okay, product list must contain the Alice Mutton, same time category list must have the category value new. Okay, so how to do this in a simple SumIFs function. SumIFs Okay, SumIF function have the first, it is asking for a sum range. What is the range? What is the column you want to sum it up? I want to sum it up the sales. Okay, if the conditions are true, I want to sum it up the sales, which is nothing but a sales list. Okay, what is the criteria? Criteria is split into two parts. One is left hand side and right hand side. One is left hand side is where do you want to apply the criteria. Second is what is the condition. Okay, these two, where and what. Okay, so the criteria range is, first I want to check for the product, so I want to check in the product list for the criteria 1. What I want to do, the criteria 1, I want to check whether that product list, the value H3 is existing. H3 is nothing but Alice Mutton. Okay, so the value of Alice Mutton is for the record by record, when it goes, it will check whether the record has the product list product list value is H3 Alice Mutton. Okay, if it is true, then it won't sum the corresponding sales list corresponding sales value. It also check one more condition, which is the second condition. Where do you want to perform the second condition? In the category list. Okay, what do you want to perform? I want to check whether the category is new. So both of them, it is going to check. If both the conditions are true, then it will take that sales value to sum it up. Okay, enter. So you can 9281, which is nothing but Alice Mutton new. Check the Alice Mutton new, this record. Alice Mutton new, Alice Mutton new, sorry, Alice Mutton new, Alice Mutton new, Alice Mutton new, Alice Mutton new. These 4 records. You can find in the status bar the value 9281, the sum. Okay, so actually what happened here was, it is checking the values here in H3 and I3, H3 in product list and the I3 in the category list, and add the corresponding sales values. Okay, what is for the next one? Alice Mutton and old is 13178. Alice Mutton and old, Alice Mutton and old, Alice Mutton and old. Okay, this one you can see here, it is 13178 again in the status bar, the corner. Okay, so it shows that this value is also correct. Okay, how it works, it is also checking the H4 and I4. Okay, similarly you can do it for every single item with the product, this Boston crab meat, and the category, and so on. Okay, so it is more than one criteria. There comes the SumIFs function, plural ifs, if. Okay, so it's a multiple ifs. If all the ifs are true, then it will return the value. Okay, fine. Now you see this formula and this formula, only difference is I am checking the individual value here, H3 I3, here it is H4 I4. Can I able to generalize this with the array? Okay, yes, it is possible. Okay, so instead of I keep on sending single value here, I can also send the full set of criteria list for product, and also full set of category list for the product. For the first time, I want the first element to be taken from the full set of product criteria list and the full set of category criteria list. In the criteria list, these two lists, first elements must be taken and compare, put it in the SumIF. I want the answer to be in the first cell. second time it takes second elements, and I want the answer to be in the second cell. That's what happening individually. Can we generalize that? Yes, there comes the array SumIFs function. Okay, since you are going to send the criteria itself is the array, the output is going to be a array. Okay, so how can, so you must give the Excel the cells for returning the values. Last time you typed a simple SumIF in only one cell because it is going to return back only one value, but this time for every single element it is going to fire one individual SumIFs function, and it is going to be a set of SumIF functions results. It's a set of answers, a set of numbers. So the returning is set of numbers, that is actually for each criteria element one sales is going to come. So obviously how many elements in the criteria list, that many output is going to come. Okay, so I selected all the output cells. Now in the first cell it is highlighted, in that cell I'm going to enter the array formula. So SumIFs. So what is the range? Sum range. What is the column value you want to add it? It's a sales list. Okay, what is the criteria 1? Okay, I want to check the product list with the product array. So it's a product list. Where do you want to perform the criteria 1? In the product list. What do you want to perform? Every individual element of the product criteria list. This is what similarly second criteria, last time it is individual values, now I am providing the array category list. The category list also I am giving the corresponding array, criteria array for category. Okay, fine. Now for these two criteria arrays, it will take first elements of both the arrays, then product list, product criteria arrays first element, and the category list, category criteria element first element will be compared, and those records having this two conditions true, the corresponding sales will be added up using one simple SumIFs function. Okay, then that result is going to come in this cell here. Then the second element of the criteria is going to taken, and it is going to do the SumIFs respectively and come the result here. Okay, so now you told already the Excel what all the output cells. Now you need to tell the Excel that you are doing a array formula. How can you let the Excel know you are typing a array formula? It is by entering Control Shift Enter, not simply enter, it is Control Shift Enter. Once you Control Shift Enter, the Excel puts braces around your formula. That means it indicates that you are writing a array formula, and on the spot it gives for every output cell. So you have done a multiple of SumIFs functions at one stroke, and you can see the values. The same is 9281 and 13178 and so on. What is the sum? Sum is also the same. The overall sales 428,101. I just unhide this. Okay, you can see here The simple array SumIF is having for only one product, only one condition product, but array SumIF you have it for product as well as the category. Okay, and for individual condition you have the overall sales. Hope this video is helpful to you, and if you like my videos and it helps you, please subscribe to my channel and leave your comments. Okay, and God bless you.